surprise, ain't no gimmicks with this, okay? Now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now a handoff for Dobbins. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 20. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 51 yards on the ground.
51-yard gain. And the Bears first.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. On 1st and goal, Howard. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. First down after first down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 23-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry now for Tyler Urban. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Hey, 626.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Brought down by Drew Trent.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Dobbins trying the left side. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Gronkowski and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And some space here. 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Chicago. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
40-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Howard. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Bears 10, Packers nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
50 seconds to mine. Hey, let's get in there. Nice 57's mine.
From the gun, Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Chuck Clark coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Packers nothing.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Now Trubisky on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First down, Bears.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Dobbins. And some room to roam now.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
Touchdown, Chicago. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 57. 88, 57.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Jimmy Smith, the one who brought him down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Irvin. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
It's 3rd and 10.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's complete right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Bears 17. Packers 7.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard
Throwing here, Trubisky. Packer pressure, and down he goes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Irvin to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. This one caught by Tyler Ervin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
57, Mike, 57. Hey, they're scared.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They'll go again to Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
23 more yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57. And we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball.
From the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
17.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
5-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this smoke. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Preston Smith in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Irvin. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
58, over here.
The second down carry for Irvin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
319. Come on. 130. Take right. You got 3 down. Watch safety 3.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, Irvin. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Check, check. Fresno. Change to 26. Keep right. Rush in. Rush in. Check three.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Rodgers' pass intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. On 1st down, Trubisky. Airing this one out for Evans. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
And the Bears 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers 16.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 12-yard line.
Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Taken down back at the
pardon me. That play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
4th down.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
On the pickup, brings up second and 2.
Inside. Box twist. Back move. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big run there by Jones. 65 yards on the ground. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout.
A 2-yard.
But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bears 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Second down.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at about the 31, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
The 28-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
3rd down and 2.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better.